Hi viewers, welcome to SS Bhushan's channel. I am SS Bhushan, lecturer in English. In my earlier chapter, we dealt with parts of speech, which was named as grammar 1, that means grammar lesson 1. And the second one was dealt as nouns and various kinds of nouns. Now coming to the second one out of the 8 parts of speech is the pronoun. What is meant by a pronoun? The word that is used in place of a noun or instead of a noun is called a pronoun. Philomena Joseph is a good teacher. She wakes up at 5 o'clock. She goes to school at 8:30. In the first sentence, Philomena Joseph, we used the proper noun. Later, we used the word she, which means that instead of using every time Sister Philomena Joseph, we use the word she based on the gender. She is a feminine gender, so we used that particular word she. So if we address a male person, then we have to say he. Bhushan is a teacher. Bhushan is a dancer. So he is a dancer. He wakes up at 6 o'clock. He does his work regularly, etc. He indicates that it is the word or the substitute that is used instead of Bhushan. Now coming to the various kinds of pronouns. Okay. The first one. So these pronouns are divided into, some grammarians divide them into 6 types, 7 types, 8 types. But anyway, whatsoever may be the nomenclature or whatsoever may be the classification, I will deal with all those pronouns. Okay. Now coming to the first one, that is called personal pronouns. Personal. Second one, compound personal pronoun. Third one is demonstrative pronoun. This is demonstrative pronoun. Okay. Let us deal in this class these 3 pronouns. Now coming to personal pronoun. Let us just forget about these things. Which are written on the left hand side. In this personal pronoun, first of all, let us know what a personal pronoun is. It is addressed to persons. It is addressed to first person, second person, third person. So, they are called personal pronouns. In this personal pronoun, the first one is I, or let us collectively learn I, we, my, mine, our, ours, me, us. So this I is used in the first person. That means whatever I speak, when I speak about myself, that is, then we use I, that is called first person. When I talk to somebody else who is in front of me, then I use the second person. Why don't you go to the college? You. I am addressing somebody. John or Adam or Mary or Gracie. I am addressing them. You go and pick up the luggage. You go to your school. You do your work. So that is called second person. And I speak of somebody else who is not actually in front of me. Ravi is a good engineer. Srinu is a good engineer. Ravi is an engineer. He is of 48 years age. He went to USA in the year 2001. So this he is called third person. Ravi is not actually here. So first person is I, second person is the person who is in front of me to whom I am speaking, and the third person is somebody else who is not in front of me and who is spoken of. Okay. Now these are about personal pronouns. Now coming to just going into a little bit depth of these pronouns. In the first person singular we say I. The same is used in the plural as we. And the next one, my and mine are used as our and ours in the plural form. For example, I did my work. We went to school. Next one, this is my book. It is mine. They are our books. They are ours. The plural form. In the accusative case, he gave me a pen. He gave me a pen. He gave us pens. So in this we use plural form us. So once again, coming to the singular and plural, I is used in the singular and we, and here mine, and next our, ours, me and us. Now coming to the second person. You, yours. Have you done your work? You, have you done? It is your pen. It is yours. In the accusative case. In the accusative case, in the same manner we use you and you. Of course, I told you to forget a little while these things. So again you. Next comes to the third person. In the third person, we use he, next she, next it. So this is meant to mention masculine gender, and here she is used to mention feminine gender, and it is used to mention neuter gender. Ravi, Srinu, etc. Ravi is a boy. He is a good boy. He speaks English very fluently. Sharwani is a good girl. Sharwani speaks English fluently. Sharwani is a hard worker. So she is a hard worker. She speaks English fluently. So this she is used in the feminine gender. Next, it. I bought or I brought a dog. It is very faithful. It is very loyal. So here we use neuter gender for animals and also for inanimate things. I bought a camera. It works very well. So it, and for all these three, the plural form is they. They must be used. Okay. Now coming to the next one. In the same manner, here also, as we have mentioned here, the other forms of he, his, her, hers, its, they, theirs. In the same manner, him, her, it. So totally all of them are called personal pronouns, or they belong to the category of or classification of personal pronouns. Now coming to what is this? Just I told you to forget for a while, but don't forget, but try to come back to this nominative case, possessive case, accusative case. What are these actually, and when do we use them? What is meant by a nominative case? Just try to simply remember as nominative case is nothing but, case means here position. Nominative case, which is placed in the name of something, name. We are nominating. That means which is in the subject's place. For example, if I say I am a teacher, I is said to be in the nominative case. I. Nominative case. That which is simply that which is in the subject place is called a nominative case. And that which is in the object's place, it is called accusative case. For example, I gave a pen. So in this sentence, this I is said to be in the nominative case. Okay. The same, I gave him a pen. I gave him a pen. So in this sentence, the word him, the pronoun him is said to be in the accusative case. It is the other form of this he, which is in the nominative case here. If we use it he in the nominative case, it must be used as he. The same is him. I gave him a pen. Okay. In the same manner, possessive case. What does possessive case mean? Which indicates authorship or which indicates belongingness or one's own ownership, which indicates ownership. So here it is my pen. Whose pen is that? It is my pen. If I say it is my pen, whose pen? When we put the word or when we use the word whose, then we get the answer pen. My pen. Whose pen? My pen. That my is called possessive pronoun or the word which is said to be in the possessive case. So that is the reason many English teachers or grammarians, they divide or put under a separate heading called possessive pronouns. So now you might have understood possessive pronouns are nothing but these my, mine, our, ours, your, yours, and his, her, hers. In the same manner, its, theirs. And next one, okay. So these are called possessive pronouns. Hope you understood the heading. If I keep a separate heading as possessive pronouns, I am supposed to teach these things only. There are nothing else. So possessive pronouns means the pronoun which tells about ownership is called possessive pronoun. Once more, nominative case means that which is in the subject's place, that is before the verb form, and accusative case means after the verb form. For example, gave, I gave, this is before the verb form. So I is said to be in the nominative case. Next, him, it is after the verb form. It is said to be in the accusative case, or some teachers say it as objective case. But accusative case is an appropriate word which I feel. So, and in this sentence, it is my pen, it is my book, it is my pencil, it is mine. All these are called possessive pronouns because which tells or which answers the question whose. Now coming to one more hint. This nominative case, regarding how to find this nominative case. If we put who or what before the verb form, if we put who or what before the verb form, we get nominative case. I mean, we get the pronoun, the actual word or the subject. Who gave a pen? I gave a pen. So, nominative case means here, if we put a question with who or what, we get the answer or before the verb. This who or what must be placed before the verb. Who gave a pen means the answer is I. So, for example, another. He kicked the ball. Who kicked the ball? He. So, it is said to be in the nominative case. You did the work. Who did the work? You did the work. The bus fell into the ditch. What fell into the ditch? The bus fell. So, it fell. It, noted gender. It fell into the ditch. Okay. This is called nominative case. Next, accusative case. How to find accusative case? If we answer, if we put the question whom or what before the verb form, whom or what before the verb and its subject, we get accusative case. For example, here, whom or what? I gave him a pen. Here, to whom did I give? To whom did I give? Him. I gave him. To whom means here the answer is him. So this is said to be accusative case. Of course, pen is also said to be in the accusative case. Then we can answer, what did I give? If I pose the question, what did I give? Then I get the answer, pen. Both of them are said to be in the accusative case. But anyway, try to remember that accusative case means that which is in the object's place. Nominative case means that which is in the subject's place. Possessive case means that which tells about belongingness. Okay, these are the pronouns: first person, second person, third person. Now coming to the other one. The other one is compound personal. Compound personal. The name compound means united or combined or joined. When two words are joined, then we say compound. Then we use the word compound. Here, why do we use compound personal? Means you can understand that self, selves, and here also self, self. In the same manner, self, selves, self, and another one. To the root word my, to the root word our, we are adding this self or selves, etc. in order to make it a compound personal pronoun. So these two, my and self, are called compound personal pronouns. These compound personal pronouns are again subdivided into reflexive pronouns and emphatic pronouns. Reflexive pronouns and emphatic pronouns. Emphatic pronouns. Let us learn what a reflexive pronoun is. What a reflexive pronoun is. A pronoun which tells something about the subject which we have mentioned earlier is called a reflexive pronoun. Or the word which reflects. For example, in this sentence, I wounded myself, I injured myself, I bet myself, I hurt myself. In this sentence, this myself reflects about I. Who wounded you? Nobody. It is myself. It is myself. I wounded myself. In the same manner, you wounded or you injured yourself. The plural is yourselves. In the same manner, he, himself. She wounded herself. She wrote herself. Okay. She drank herself. The dog wounded itself. Or it wounded itself. If we consider, if we want to use it as a neuter gender, then we can take it as it. It wounded itself. We wounded ourselves. You, yourselves. Whatever that is written here is reflected here. For example, if we want to use myself here, it means that I must be written here. You wounded yourself. So, when a pronoun reflects about the subject's action, when a pronoun tells or reflects about the action of this verb, reflects about this action of this verb, then it is called reflexive pronoun. So, next coming to emphatic pronoun. Both are one and the same almost. How can we differentiate? Emphasis. The word emphasis means laying stress, giving some importance. So in this emphatic pronoun, you can easily understand that I myself wrote it. I is the subject and myself is used. A little bit of difference is there between reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun. Here reflective pronoun, after the verb form myself is used. This myself denotes or tells about or reflects about the action done by the subject itself, that is I. And here also, immediately or adjacent to the subject, adjacent or nearby the subject or immediately after the subject, this emphatic pronoun is placed to lay emphasis or to stress about the work done by the subject. So it is called as emphatic pronoun. I myself wrote it. Who wrote it? I myself. I myself wrote it. Nobody has written it. I myself wrote it. We ourselves will deal that issue. You need not deal that issue. We are capable of dealing that. We ourselves will deal that issue. We ourselves on our own. So emphasis, it lays some emphasis. You yourself must come out of that mire. Come out of that bitter situation or great situation, mire. He himself gave the statement. Who gave the statement? Did anybody force him to give the statement? No. He himself gave the statement on his own. She herself killed the goat. They themselves made a self-goal. The tree itself fell down. Nobody chopped it. Nobody cut it. Nobody chopped it. The tree itself fell down. So, here, emphatic pronoun is nothing but the same reflexive pronoun which is used immediately after the subject is called emphatic pronoun. Here the difference is that here it is used after the verb form. Try to remember that in the initial stage. Of course, there are a little bit changes are there. We can learn in the next classes or in advanced English. But you try to simply remember in this manner. Now coming to the other one, demonstrative pronoun. In Latin, the word demonstration means showing something or displaying something or exhibiting something. In Latin it means displaying, or demonstrate means displaying something or showing something. Okay, why is it called a demonstrative pronoun? Means it displays or tells something or it shows something. What is it? For example, it answers the question. What is it? This is a boat. This. What are they? These are apples. These are apples. And next one. That is his car. Those are her mangoes. Those are her fruits. So, simply this and these, which are used to indicate some nearer objects. This and these are used. And that and those are used to objects that are at a distant place or farther from us. Okay? So, these are called demonstrative pronouns. And again, little bit of difference is there. Demonstrative adjectives are also there with the same words. When we learn in a separate heading, that is in the adjectives, I will tell you the difference between demonstrative pronoun and demonstrative adjective. Okay? Now coming to a quick revision. Personal pronouns are the pronouns which tell about the persons. First person, second person, third person. Next, the different kinds of pronouns. Coming to the second one, out of the different kinds of pronouns, second one is compound personal pronoun. One is reflexive pronoun and the other one is emphatic pronoun. And next one is demonstrative pronoun. Okay? Thank you, my dear viewers. We shall deal the other things in the next class. Thanks for watching my channel SS Bhushan. Please like, share and subscribe SS Bhushan. Thank you.